Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be reviewing a very interesting Linux distribution, that is Elive Linux, which is based on Debian Bullseye. After logging into the distribution, you're met with a number of Elive super hotkeys. Now these super Elive hotkeys are separate from the one we traditionally know as the hotkeys, and now many of us like to use the keyboard a lot, and switching between the mouse and the keyboard is sometimes difficult, and this super Elive hotkeys solve the problem. So they have given a list of all the hotkeys that are present so that you can do some easy tasks without even touching a mouse. Now the desktop environment, as you can see, looks a pretty old one, but is extremely or surprisingly stable, and this distro is one of the most stable distribution I've ever tested. And even in the beta version, when I was using the live environment, it feels extremely fast and smooth on the 10th generation i3 processor. And the number of softwares provided with this operating system is just amazing. Just look at the accessories. There are so many. Even in internet you get so many, and you get pre-installed Zoom. So basically it comes with several softwares and makes the desktop completely ready for work. And even in video you get several options to choose from. And this massive number of software doesn't mean that after installation your system just becomes full of unwanted softwares and bloatwares. It gives you options while you're installing. And the last time I found such an interface, over the command line interface, was there in the Arch Linux, and it was really good to choose and pick softwares while you're installing the operating system. And it does save a lot of time. You don't have to search for softwares after the installation is done, and you have them at handy. And Elive is providing it in a graphical user interface, just like I'm showing you in the video. And currently, as you can see, the amount of RAM usage is given in the side part with this con key, where you can see that the RAM usage is just 1.4 GBs of RAM. And as you can see in the CPU usage part, it is also in the lower part, or in the lower level usage as it is shown in the con key. Whatever. Now let us see some of the applications and how they work here. So basically this looks something very retro. So you can also change the look and feel of everything if you would like to. So as you can see, the current theme they are using is Advaita in most of the application. You can even switch to a darker version, that is Advaita Dark. You can use Azure Light, there is Clear Looks. So for the time being, let's switch to Advaita Dark. You can even choose several different colors from here. Even in Enlightenment, there are themes to choose from. For example, 23 OZ Glass. If you switch to this one, as you can see, the right click option changes to a different theme. So there is Evolution, there is Detroit, there is L-Cars, there is Orange Juice, Retro Wave, Black E, Blue Steel, E13, and finally there is Winter. Let us switch back to the official theme, that is Evolution Dark. Now right clicking on desktop, you can switch to a different background if you would like to. So there is also the settings page which opens up this one, and as you can see, even in the settings page there are several options to choose from. Even if you go to composite, you can enable animations to that. For example, if I decrease the fading speed so that the fading speed becomes more visible, now you can select the number of desktops that appear over here. So currently it's selected as 2. If you want, you can reduce that to 1. Click on apply. As you can see, it just goes away. Now you can also move or resize. You can change the placement, you can select the area, you can reduce the number of areas. For example, let me just reduce to number 3, click on apply, and it goes like that. You can even move this portion of the screen to a different part wherever you like to. For example, if you want to keep it in the right side of the screen so that it becomes more handy, you can put it even in the right side or the left side or any side on the desktop. Now for the background, they provide several cool wallpapers to choose from. Just as you can see, there are so many cool wallpapers provided inbuilt in the desktop, which comes from Elive. So let us just select this one and click on apply, and it looks really cool to switch from one wallpaper to the other. Now for sounds, you can enable or disable sounds that are there. You can let us just go to effects. You can enable ripples or waves if you want. These are some special effects in the settings dialog, which you can enable. Now from composite, you can turn on shadows. Let me just apply. As you can see, the shadows come here. They make things look a little bit better. So let me try opening applications and see how the animations have changed. Google Chrome comes with Adblock pre-installed inside Google Chrome. So there is an extension that is Adblock. You need not go and download an extension to block away ads after you get Google Chrome, but it is there inbuilt, which makes things very much more handy so that you don't have to see annoying ads while surfing the internet. Now, if you boot into the live session and forget to turn on persistence while booting, you can just click on persistent session, and if you click yes, and then it will turn on persistence. This is the E16 desktop environment, and there is also another desktop environment, that is the E25, which is also included with this build, but however the E25 is not completely configured properly, so you need to configure everything, and it is not currently recommended officially by Elive. Now talking about the Geekbench scores, they do depend on the operating system, and since the operating system knows how to use the hardware properly and it is so fast and smooth, it performs brilliantly on Geekbench. And here is the scores that you can see on the screen. It is tested on the latest Intel i3 10th generation, not the latest, I mean it's quite modern, and with 8 GB of RAM on my desktop. And there is also a stable version of Elive, which I will be testing after a few days. Although it is very stable, but the version is very old, and the softwares and the drivers are also very old. So it is meant for older systems and laptop, and it uses the beautiful E25 desktop environment, which I was testing just a few days ago. I was just booting and testing it, and it felt really smooth on my more than a decade old 2nd generation Intel laptop. So stay tuned for that video, and thank you so much for watching. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.